The name of this talk is Finding the Flow of Your Life. So I've really been noticing lately that there's a natural flow to my life. And I've been noticing when I'm in it and sometimes I'm outside of it, you know. And what I've found to be true is that when we're in our flow, like life will provide us, you know, abundance and joy and the experiences we're looking for, the answer to our prayers or the fulfillment of our intention or the things that we want and we're trying to create in our life. Those things naturally happen. It's like this collaboration with life, and it's providing these things, you know, in the flow of our life. So if we're in the flow, you know, doors are opening and we're getting opportunities and we're meeting the right people and we're enjoying our life, you know. But if we're outside of it, we're out of alignment with it, you know, and then, you know, we're out of sync and we miss this joyous life, if you will, this abundant life. A couple of ways we get out of sync include, it's like if I'm pushing or kind of forcing things to happen. I'm kind of driven, I'm like making it happen. What happens is I actually kind of get out in front of the flow of my life a little bit. It's like I'm out here and the flow's back here. And so I'm out of sync. So life is presenting all kinds of cool experiences for me here, but I'm out in front of it. So, and I may be totally oblivious. I'm working hard out here. Like, why am I not experiencing the connection and the love I'm looking for? It's like, you know, what am I doing wrong? Well, what I'm doing wrong is if I just take a deep breath and fall back into my flow, it's all right there for me. At least that's what I've experienced. The other way that we can get out of sync with ourselves is if we're like being passive or we're stuck in our resistance or our fear, or we're kind of outside looking into life. And then what happens is it's kind of like we're lagging behind the natural flow of our life. Like the flow is happening and I'm kind of on the sidelines, like looking at it, or I'm like thinking about it or resisting it or avoiding it. And so then it's like life's out in front of me. And so then what I can do is take a deep breath and kind of join the natural flow of my life again. So a great place to start with getting kind of back into the flow of our life is to notice what it feels like to be in our flow and to be outside of it. And I know we've experienced both. So I know you've experienced when you're kind of in your flow and it just feels like everything's right there for you. It's almost effortless. Things are happening. Doors are opening. You're meeting the right people. It's almost kind of magical. Now, it can be, you know, it's not all roses. I mean, it can be sad or you can have tough lessons, but it feels like you're in your life, you know, and you're right there and you're experiencing what you need to experience, whether it's happy or sad, you know. Now, contrarily, I know we've all experienced this when we're out of sync or outside of the flow of our life, and it just feels like we're out of alignment or like, why isn't my life happening? Like, you know, what am I doing? And that has a feeling too. So both of these kind of have this feeling, and those feelings can provide like kind of a point of reference of whether we're in our flow or the flow of our life or not. So then in a practical sense, when you notice that you're outside of your flow, you're not in your flow, it's actually a really powerful thing to notice, because then you can adjust and you can do something to get back into your flow. Maybe you take a deep breath, or you go for a walk, or you take a break, or you kind of break the energy of the thing that's blocking you from being in your flow. And like, you know, I'm just like, let's shake this out and start over again. Another thing you can do to find your flow is to kind of ask yourself, like, what would be the natural way that this experience would unfold itself? And is like, is what I'm doing now is like that, does that feel natural? Or does it feel kind of contrived or pushed or I'm working too hard? There's almost like this natural simplicity of just allowing the experience to happen when we're in our flow. And we're complicating things, we get out of our flow. So it's like getting back into that simple, allowing it to happen. That's one of the reasons I named my business Natural Way of Being. You know, a lot of it is pointing just to this, is that like when we're in our flow, the natural flow of our life, we're in our natural way of being, you know, and that's where life happens. You know, some people call it being present, and because that's where life happens. We're in our flow, we're being present, we're lined up with our life. So anyway, that is my talk or blog for this week. Thank you for watching. I hope that you have an awesome week and that you find the natural flow of your life this week. I'll see you next week.